minutes and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio also addressed another potential conflict today. President Trump has said that Cuba may be next as the U.S. pushes for change in the communist country.
Cuba matters to us because it's 90 miles from our shores and it has a direct impact on our national security, be it the things they've been involved in the past, the countries they've aligned with in the past and currently, or the threat of mass migration.
After the U.S. capture of Venezuela's leader in January, Cuba's access to that country's oil was cut. President Trump then threatened any country supplying oil to Cuba with tariffs, leading to big fuel shortages there. And speaking of ousted leader Nicolas Maduro, he's due back in court in New York City this afternoon.
Maduro and his wife, who have been held at a Brooklyn detention center since they were abducted by the United States from their Caracas home, both face drug trafficking charges. Both have pleaded not guilty. If convicted, they could be sentenced to life for conspiring to send cocaine into the United States. The White House calls their abduction a surgical law enforcement operation, Maduro calling himself a political prisoner of war. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
New York City's mayor wants another world leader put behind bars when he comes to the UN in September. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Zoran Mamdani posted on social media,
the architect of a horrific genocide against the Palestinian people. He is responsible for the killing of more than 73,000 people.
Mamdani adds that he is determined he doesn't have the authority to arrest Netanyahu while in New York on a warrant issued by the International Criminal Court.
The federal government, however, does, and I call on them to join the ICC and execute this warrant.
The American government does not recognize the court's jurisdiction. President Trump has posted on Truth Social that Netanyahu will not be arrested in, quote, any way, shape, or form while in the United States of America.
That's Kevin Uretsky. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV, the Pulse of the 956. This is the Valley's Morning News. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Frank Cruz, and we have AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on standby. So what is Bertha? Is she going to be Big Bertha, Little Bertha? Where's she headed? Any rain, cloud cover for us? We'll speak with him in about 3 minutes. Hope you can join us for that conversation. 4 months after 2 children's death and reported staffing problems, the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services has cut ties with private foster care provider Empower. The agency canceled their contract with Empower on Tuesday. More than 2,000 kids in the Empower system will be moved to other contractors. It's 7:06 on the Valley's Morning News. As a result of massive flooding in West Texas, all that water going into the Rio. There's a mad rush now to recover some loose buoys that are in the Rio Grande.
During last week's flood, the floating border wall and more buoys stored on the banks were swept downriver. Congressman Henry Cuellar says a federal contractor is in charge of cleanup.
They're in the process. Some of them have been recovered. They're in the process of recovery. They haven't done all of them yet.
He says that some buoys made it 160 miles downstream, and they've become a hot commodity. Some on the Mexican side of the river have fished them out, stripped off the plastic, and are selling the aluminum parts for scrap. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
Well, north of us in Canada, in Ottawa, they're canceling a joint celebration with the U.S. For a new bridge linking Ontario to Michigan, the Gordie Howe International Bridge. Why are they canceling the big celebration in ribbon cutting? Well, because of new tariffs announced by the White House, 50% tariffs that kick in about 30 days. It's 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. Newly announced 50% tariffs, as I mentioned, with Canada. How might that be affecting your pocketbook near future?
During last week's flood,
we import a lot from Canada into Texas, and Dallas Trade Attorney Michelle Schultz says,
if we're importing certain construction materials like cement, I would think that would impact Texas. It will not apply to energy.
It will impact cars, alcohol, dairy products. Dairy, she says, is a big deal and has been discussed in the context of the U.S. Mexico-Canada agreement for years. The Trump administration, by the way, has decided not to move forward with that three-country pact. Schultz says importers should brace themselves for continued unpredictability. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
It's 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. It is AccuWeather time, and I want to say thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. Grow 'em right with Purina certified feed that you will find balanced mineral nutrition for your herd at Martin Farm and Ranch. Again, if you stop by, give Dougie a big hug from us. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us and bringing the heat today. So let's start in the Gulf. And Bertha headed to where? Like Southeast Texas, Louisiana? What's the call right now?
Yeah, it looks like it's moving almost due west slowly, and it's become a bit more disorganized, especially on the radar there. Some weakening is expected over the coming days, but it is expected to continue on that path to the west, and so it may bring some tropical rains to some parts of Texas off to our north here as we head through the coming days.
All right. Any other rain source for Texas? Dallas,
we got a
Houston?
few showers out there on the radar right now. And we do have the chance, maybe a better chance tomorrow for a little bit of rain, but that's if the high that's pumping in all this heat shifts a little bit and displaces some of the rain from Bertha a little bit further south along a little bit of a convergence, because you've got Bertha counterclockwise, the high going clockwise, so there's a little convergence there in the western part of the Gulf, and it may force a little bit of the shower action down into some of the northern ranch lands, but the chances are, again, not great that we'll see anything down here in the valley.
Okay, so that's your tropical coverage 2026. Anything else long range, Caribbean or anything else headed toward the Gulf?
Not currently, not seeing anything as of right now. Should be quiet outside of Bertha developing here at this point.
All right, some just record heat for us. And when can you break this heat cycle that we're in? We seem to be stuck in this.
Yeah, it looks like that
mess.
It looks like the here. Let's run the forecast out 10 days.
For us, you're looking at
yeah.
Okay.
It looks like that high is supposed to shift a little bit, but it's really not going to change our temperatures any. We're looking at triple digits. Right into. As far as I ran out the forecast next week. Wow.
Okay, stop. Okay, stop. No, that's I don't want. Yeah, that's bad news. I'm sorry I asked. Keep going.
Yeah. Wow.
Be cementing
14 days out. We're still in the triple digits. And dry too.
Well, let me see here. So yeah, we're still quite a ways away from the first cool cold front. That'd be like mid-October for us. So there you go, kids.
Yeah, wow.
It is what it is.
Blazing hot all the way through.
I'm sorry I asked. All the way through what, August?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm 14 days out. Let's
That's
see
okay.
here.
Yeah, we got it. I got it. Yeah, it's gonna be just mercilessly hot.
You shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Stick a few mangoes in the refrigerator. Enjoy those nice and cold. It's National Mango Day.
Oh, I make really good mango salsa.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Freddie, how much are you willing to pay for a ripe, decent size, ripe, delicious, it's sweet, ripe mango? How much are you willing to pay for something like that?
Like $3.
How about $4?
Okay.
That's how much they charge it at H.E. Butt. They've got some really ripe, nice, and the very fragrant mangoes at H.E. Butt. $4 is what they run. And we were going to celebrate this, but we don't have any of the equipment for it. It's an International World Day. It's International Brain Day. See? International Brain Day. You need the equipment in order to celebrate. Sorry. All right, pal. We'll check with you next hour. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Yeah, just stay hydrated. Highs today should be 108. We'll round it out to a cool 110. And tomorrow, triple digits, upper 90s and low triple digits with some cloud cover as a result of Big Bertha nearby. Coming up at about 7:16, we have him in the studio already. Lance Ames, he's the boss over South Texas Health Systems. the Edinburgh campus and the kids hospital as well, and several of those standalone ER facilities in the area. A status report for one of our major health systems in the area. We'll take a look at the year in growth and specialties and maybe brick and mortar coming up near future. That's coming up at 7:16 on the Valley's Morning News. How are we doing on time, Freddie? How big is your break? Okay, we're good? All right. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and State House Speaker Dustin Burrows are calling for an audit of the state agency that is charged with expanding and providing high-speed internet access after charges by some in the Texas Senate that fund manager is playing favoritism.
The Texas Department of Broadband Development manages over $5 billion in state and federal money to expand internet access. And with roughly 3 million Texas households with no or insufficient high-speed internet, it's a big job. Patrick and Burrows' call for a state audit of the agency came after State Senator Charles Schwartner called out BDO Director Bryant Clayton in a committee hearing last month.
I have my eye on y'all regarding the way y'all are conducting your business. And I don't care who's messing with your business, but we as an oversight committee are going to oversee it regarding fairness and transparency.
The fairness allegation has to do with the revising of grant rules that favor Elon Musk's Starlink satellite service over fiber optic. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
And here's an interesting story from the left coast, way out there. Check this out, Freddie. A Wilt Chamberlain Lakers jacket that a teenager found at an Oregon Goodwill store, rummaging through that store. This happened earlier this year. Well, netted the owner much more than the $3 that kid paid for that Wilt Chamberlain jacket.
Quinn Brown saw the jacket in a bin of clothes and thought it might be worth something. A little research convinced Brown it was a warm-up jacket worn by Wilt Chamberlain in the 1972-1973 season. The famous auction house Sotheby's agreed and put it up for auction. This week, the jacket sold for more than $89,000. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Nice. Time is 7:15. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Lance Ames is the boss at South Texas Health System. Actually, one of the bosses at the South Texas Health System. We'll catch up to speed. Take a year in review, business update from the South Texas Health Systems next on the Valley's Morning News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with life, electronic device, and pet health insurance.
The Valley's destination for luxury automotive is here. Come to Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen and visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of elegance and power in a new GLC 300W. Lease yours today for just $499 a month for 24 months. Experience a feeling only 140 years of innovation can deliver. The choice is simple at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen, a Bert Ogden Auto Group dealership, a true triumph of luxury. Now open at their exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen.
Look at the rack on that one. You know that buck's been eating Purina Antler Max 20 because it ensures maximum antler growth. Martin Farm and Ranch Supply also stocks a full line of deer nutrition for keeping your deer in top shape. In addition to being a certified Purina feed dealer, Martin sells all seasons feeders and blinds. So remember, Purina Antler Max 20 and all seasons feeders. Your deer can't do any better.
Come see us at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburgh. Just look for the horse.
News that affects you and your family.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
News Talk 710 KURV is your one and only station in the Valley for Houston Astros baseball. They just need to keep on doing what they're doing right now. It's called winning. So go Astros. They're hosting the Fish. Broadcast time 6:40 tonight on News Talk 710 KURV. And really appreciate Lance Ames stopping by the studio this morning. Good to see you again, brother. It's been a while since we've spoken with you.
It's great to be back. Great way to start the morning.
Yeah, so I checked in with the crew at South Texas Health Systems. I said, okay, it's been a while. We need to catch up to speed with one of the major institutions, medical institutions in South Texas Health Systems. Now, you are one of 3 top chiefs for the system. You got the Heart Hospital, you were telling me. You've got, of course, the big tower in McAllen. You are in charge of, you were saying it's the Edinburgh South Texas Health System, the main hospital, also the Real Pretty Kids Hospital that is there as well, and 7 7 freestanding ER South Texas Health System facilities in the area. So that would be 7, 8, 9. That'd be 9 separate paychecks that you're receiving on a monthly basis. No,
it's still one.
Oh, still one paycheck. All right. Well, at least you get a nice parking spot at each one of them. Yeah.
Oh, I take the back spot. I walk.
Yeah, it's healthy for you. In this heat, oof, my goodness. Okay, so how big as far as your footprint, what you manage at South Texas Health is top of mind. How many employees? How big is that footprint? What do you manage at South Texas Health System?
Overall, for South Texas Health System, we have over 3,500 employees, and so for what
here
we,
in the Valley, that's
just right here in the RGV, and it's an incredible team. Everyone's really dedicated to what they're doing, and it's inspiring to come to work every day.
Okay, so as we're looking at a year in review, top achievements, you were saying off air that you've got, as far as surgery, more specialists available to you for a pediatric surgery. So tell me about that.
Yeah, specifically for the Children's Hospital, it's really been a wonderful year. We've been around for 20 years. Would you believe it's been 20 full years now in the RGV? And it's just an honor for us that we've been
Children's Hospital.
Just the SDHS Children's Hospital, yes. And this year we've continued to grow. We had over 25,000 ER visits just in our Children's Hospital. That is taking care of 25,000 plus kids. And so that for us it's an honor for us to be able to take care of that many people. And we're always looking at how can we grow. We've been here for 20 years, but we're still excited about what we still can do. And so we've added some new specialties, as you said, and I think the future is very bright.
On the surgery side, which is, I found out, if you're going to specialize in medicine, you should go the pediatric side, because children are generally healthy and strong. It's not as, the demand is not as what I would think will probably be big. We have experience with you. My family does. As I've said often on the radio, my boy has cystic fibrosis when he was much, much younger. And one of the Christmas seasons, and it was a good experience, by the way.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah, it was. We were at the ER, fever that just way off the charts, and we needed attention. And this specialist who was at the ER way back then, he had roots up northeast, up in New York, but was here in the Valley, and had a lot of experience when it came to CF. And we were in the longest conversation with him. So we had a very good experience there. We didn't need it afterwards because, thank you, Lord, the whole CF thing, my boy's been doing pretty good. So what do you make of the growth of the Valley economy, where it's just popping left and right, ballooning, the tens of thousands of jobs coming to this area, more families? So how do we keep up on the medical side with all that demand?
Well, it's exciting growth for sure. For us, we have to keep up with it. I mean, we need more specialists down here. We've been working very hard to bring specialists, especially as we grow, we get more families, we see schools growing and adding just more people. So for us, we've really done our part to reach out across the country and find people who are willing to come down here to the Rio Grande Valley and take care of kids here. In particular, I'd point out 2 new ones that we've added just during this past year. One is a pediatric neurosurgeon, which is hard to come by. And another, we have a brand new pediatric general surgeon, also hard to come by. Would you know they only graduate around 32 pediatric general surgeons every year in the entire United States. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're fortunate, very blessed.
Yeah, go that route. What do you say to these top-notch specialists? How do you convince them to move to an area that maybe they never heard of before?
Well, I'd say the tacos are great. That's the first place to start. And we've got the best talk show radio in the area. So that's the number 2.
Yeah.
But I think it's really mission oriented. Coming down here into the southern part of Texas, there is such a need. And people really, when they come here, they see it's beautiful. We can help them see just how much we're growing and how many kids we have in the Valley. And I think when you point all of these things out, it is actually an exciting opportunity for a lot of the pediatric specialists.
Yeah, I'm sure you got orders over at the HR department. Make sure that they travel. We recruit them between mid-October and maybe end of April.
Not in August.
Don't bring them down in August because everything's on fire around here. Lance Ames, the CEO of the 7 freestanding ER facilities for South Texas Health Systems here in the area. Also, the South Texas Health System Hospital, big, beautiful hospital, and right next to the Children's Hospital. Happy birthday, 20 years, the South Texas Children's Hospital. You do have like a big birthday party coming up, or right, for the children's hospital.
We celebrated hard. I mean, 20 years, it's a really great achievement, and more to come.
More to come. I know you can't tell me, otherwise you have to kill me. But yeah, because of the growth of the economy and the population, people moving to Texas, moving to South Texas. It's good to hear that there are some brick and mortar plans, expansion plans. Can't talk about them too much right now. But that's in the
There's
works.
always growth. I mean, we need to make sure that we have the footprint, the infrastructure, and even the technology to take care of our population. I think there's some really exciting technology things that we've recently brought in. We have a new robot at our hospital, by the way. It's the new Da Vinci DV5, the most advanced robotic surgery platform in the world. And so whenever anyone comes to our hospitals, you can know that you're getting surgery in a minimally invasive, so no huge cuts, way with surgeons who are very experienced that can handle these robots and make sure that the recovery time is quicker. The incisions are smaller, less bleeding, and it's just an incredible technology.
As a hospital system and with a market the way it is, I'm sure you're always hiring. Now, I need your opinion real quick on how we're doing at the school system, at South Texas College, at other trade schools nearby, and trying to fill the demand for different nursing and specialties and phlebotomy, all that stuff. How are we doing right now?
You know, I really got to give kudos to all the educational institutions in the RGV. They've all stepped up, whether it's UTRGV or STC. A lot of programs are doing work to open new programs, and whether it's surgical technicians, we're seeing more programs open for surgical technicians. Nursing is always something that we need. Respiratory therapy, lab technicians. We're really seeing a lot of positive momentum in the RGV.
Lance Ames is the CEO for South Texas Health System. Some of the facilities, the freestanding ERs, the South Texas Health System, the Edinburgh Hospital, and also the Children's Hospital. Children's Hospital celebrating 20 years. Let's go to the ER. So what is there? Thankfully, does plywood count, Freddie? Okay. Okay. Thankfully, I have not needed to visit one of the ERs. It's good to know that they're there, right? The ER facilities, the standalone ER facility. But what is in there to provide services and maybe, if necessary, transport to main hospitals nearby?
Sure. Now, I think the freestanding ERs are an incredible resource. They really are a full service ER. We have blood products. We have physicians 24/7 available, imaging, lab, everything you need for any emergent situation, whether you're a pediatric, a child, adult, we can take care of anyone. And so our goal has always been to create more access points in the community. We don't want everyone to have to travel a long distance to have to come all the way to the hospital. And so these really create an easier way for people to get access to emergency care close to home.
Were you a doctor on campus? Like if it's slow, it's like sleeping in a little cot somewhere. And say, hey, wake up, doc. We got some folks.
They're never sleeping.
Yeah.
We keep them busy.
They're always busy?
Oh, we keep them busy. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We see just as many visits in those freestanding ERs as sometimes as hospitals. So it's very well used.
You've been here 13 years, so you have a really good feel on how the population interacts with our medical community. Do you think that we're making that pivot, evolving, for folks to understand that the ER is for a real emergency? Otherwise, they can wait for the morning. Like people, they'll go in the middle of the night. This used to be very common in the Valley. People go in the middle of the night for a tummy ache. You're not dying. I mean, seriously, you can wait to the next one. Is the market evolving, educating to that point now where, yes, the ERs, even the standalone free ERs are the ones that are bringing in true emergencies and folks are waiting for, like urgent care or the doctor for the next day?
I think everyone's doing a great job. Our freestanding ERs are used very appropriately, and I think that people understand when to go.
Mm-hmm. What would you recommend to moms and dads that are tuning in right now? That what would you say to them as far as what their kids need to should major in order to create that pipeline? Because I know we're going to need that pipeline of professionals for your hospital system and other hospital systems in the area.
I think it's an exciting career to get into. Healthcare is going to do nothing but grow, especially as we add more technology. I would recommend looking into a lot of programs around the area that we have in radiology. There's a huge need for radiology technicians, X-ray, CT, MRI. lab technicians. That's one that people don't always think about, but it's an incredible science. You get to look under a microscope. You get to really understand what the disease processes are happening and help with diagnostics. I think it's incredible. Nursing is an incredible way to go. And I think it's also exciting. We have medical school right here in the Valley. If you're interested in becoming a doctor, we have so many options. And we've added a lot of residencies, even within South Texas Health System. We've added residencies for emergency medicine, family medicine, internal medicine, and we're just opening a new surgery graduate medical education program for physicians.
Does the South Texas Health System have a healthy interaction with our university or medical school here in South Texas?
We love interacting with them. I think, in the Valley, when it comes to healthcare, it's important for all of us to work together, and we certainly have a collegial, friendly relationship with all of our educational institutions.
When you mention radiology and lab work, you're mentioning high demand skill set. That's what you're hiring for right now. Are those some?
We do have positions open in those areas. Yes.
Yeah. So in the near future, would you say that the potential expansion of South Texas Health System will be significant to try to keep up with what's taking place in the economy as far as the amazing expansion?
Yeah, we always want to stay one step ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lance Ames, he is the CEO of South Texas Health System, the Edinburgh Hospital, and the Edinburgh Children's Hospital, and several of the ER facilities, and which are, I meant to ask you where they are, the ER standalone facilities. Top of mind, where are they?
So we have freestanding ERs in Weslaco, in Mission, and then when you go between the two, we have Alamo covered, we have Far covered, we are up in North Edinburgh in the Monte Cristo area. We have one on Ware Road, and we have another one out on McCall Road.
Yeah, which one's the busiest?
Weslaco.
Really?
Yeah.
Weslaco.
It's a growing place out there.
Okay, it is. Yeah. Mid-Valley is growing real fast. Yeah. On your calendar, you mentioned that you've got some special activities around the corner, especially like back to school. Everybody's got back to school stuff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it can be a stressful time. The school supplies are very expensive, and so we are excited to do our part to help with that. So August 1st, mark your calendars, come on out. We're going to have a really fun block party at the South Texas Health System Children's Hospital right on Sugar Road and Trenton from 9 o'clock to 11 in the morning. The first 100 people that come get a really awesome prize. So we encourage everyone to come on over. We're going to have a lot of games, activities, and then all the school supplies you could ever imagine, whether it's paper, pens, pencils, coloring utensils, glue, scissors, just everything.
What's going to happen is you're going to get some traffic from our back to school. We have a back to school bash August 1st at the mall. So they'll go from the mall and then travel over to Edinburgh.
The more the merrier.
Some more back to school supplies. Good to see you again.
Yeah, great to see you as well.
Yeah, stay in touch, brother. Yeah.
Likewise.
Hope we don't have to call you for an emergency sometime in the near future.
No, you always can if you have to.
Right. Lance Ames is the CEO for South Texas Health Systems, the Edinburgh campus, and those ER facilities across the area. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV, your station for Astros baseball. Check out sports up next.
If you want to keep your storefront as it is, well, that's your business. If you want a beautiful new storefront, now that's our business with Refresh 50/50. Refresh 50/50 is the City of McAllen's grant program that offers up to $25,000 in matching funds to beautify your storefront. Refresh 50/50 provides funds for improvements like new doors and windows, exterior paintings and art projects, and repair or removal of old signs and awnings. Add new lighting to enhance your storefront, install permanent landscaping, or finally repair roofs, stucco, and other parts of your exterior. The City of McAllen increased Refresh 50/50 grants to $25,000 to help more small businesses grow. Over 100 McAllen businesses have been helped. Restaurants, retail, and more. Let us help you. Contact the City of McAllen Office of Retail and Business Development at 681-1001 or apply at refresh5050.com.
At Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh on Monte Cristo, JP and Jeff are waiting for you. Try to get you connected with the equipment that you need to create, make a reality, all those things you've been thinking about for your property, your ranch, your lease, all that acreage. All those plans can become a reality with Kubota, reliable, long-lasting, that rugged Kubota equipment, the tractors, for example. They got the Kubota utility vehicles, the amazing mowers, the zero-turn mowers from Kubota at Amigo Power Equipment today. Stop by, walk the campus. take a look at all the different connections to, dig some, punch some holes in the ground or chop up stuff as well. Right now at Amigo Power Equipment, you could drive away with the Kubota LO2 Series tractor for 0% financing, if you qualify, of course, and save up to $4,000. All these amazing savings, the savings opportunities and finance opportunities available now through September 30th. Everything I mentioned, you can get details at KubotaUSA.com for the Kubota equipment that you need. And, for example, Kubota LO2 Series tractor, 0% financing if you qualify, and save up to $4,000 at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drt'sprimarycare.com.
We're the Rio Grande Valley's home for Houston Astros baseball. We're News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for men and women.
The Texas Rangers showed no mercy against the Chicago White Sox as every man in the lineup dealt damage for a 10-0 win last night. Brandon Nimmo opened things up with a 2-run homer in the bottom first. Jake Berger, Alejandro Osuna, and Nicky Lopez would each add runs across the third and fourth innings, and then Wyatt Langford put the game out of reach in the fifth with this swing.
This pitch is rocketed deep out into left field. You can say goodbye to that one. A blast off the bat of Wyatt Langford. He clubs his 11th home run of the year. It's a 2-run shot, and the Rangers now lead at 9-0.
On top of an amazing night offensively, Kumar Rocker on the mound had a great night as well with only one hit allowed through 6 innings with 6 punch-outs. The rubber match of the series is set for 7:05 tonight on Rangers Sports Network. The Houston Astros used a big swing from Isaac Paredes last night to get a strong lead and hold on for the 5-3 win over Miami. The Marlins would get on the board in the top 5th, but Houston responded right away with this big swing from Isaac Paredes.
First pitch, breaking ball, and that's hit high in the air and deep to left field, and you can kiss that one goodbye. Off the community leader's side, 3-run home run, Isaac Paredes, and a 5-1 lead for the Astros.
Peter Lambert is set to start for the Astros in the sweep opportunity tonight. First pitch is set for 7:10 on Space City Home Network. With your Texas in the Morning Sports Report, I'm Jet Nelson.
Your 710 KURV exclusive AccuWeather forecast, triple digit plus, man. It's going to be like 107, 108 today. Triple digits for tomorrow. That is a 710 KURV heat alert. A big thank you to Lee's Pharmacy, North and South McAllen, especially the northern side of town where they got breakfast tacos and they got lunch as well, wonderful burgers. They got that bistro, the diner at North McAllen. Yeah, I'm thinking sizzling bacon right now. That's what we're going to be sizzling later in the day. Porter Bridge wait times on 710 KURV. B&M Bridge is now at 45 minutes. Let's see here. The Veterans Bridge at 30 minutes. Update for McAllen. Excuse me. Update for McAllen. The Hidalgo Bridge is posting a wait time of 15, 20 minutes. News and information that affects your life, your future, your business opportunities, your pocketbook, your health. It's the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV, and we got business news coming up in 2 minutes. As a business manager, I urge you, I encourage you to make a call to the top roofer, a commercial roofing outfit out here. It's Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Precisely what you need is to waterproof your facility. And it's in the name. They have so many different services. You can check out at chamberlinltd.com. From traffic coatings to damp proofing, concrete masonry repair available as well through Chamberlain, water blasting, water repellents, so much more that's on that list. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing at chamberlinltd.com. I remind you of them so that you can call them today and ask the expert crews at Chamberlain to visit you at no charge, free, no expense to you. You need to know the condition of your commercial roofing system. And these folks that have almost 130 years in the commercial roofing business with cutting edge technology will visit you and give you, literally free, give you an expert assessment and a report on the condition of all of your commercial buildings. That's an amazing value. So what you waiting for? Make friends with Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing at 956-655-6178.
Get ready for a wild adventure with 710 KURV and the Law Office of Mario Davila. Join us Saturday, August 1st from 9 a.m. till noon at the Back to School Bash 2026 at La Plaza Mall. The first 400 kids score a free backpack, plus enjoy games, music, face painting, fun characters, and register to win a South Padre Island getaway, a family beach water park package, tablets, gift cards, and more. Don't miss the Back to School Bash 2026, presented by Fiesta Nissan in Edinburgh.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-486-9600. That's 800-486-9600.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Kalshi, along with groups representing the casino and online sports betting industries, are all increasing lobbying spending. In the first half of 2026, Kalshi, the largest prediction market platform in the U.S., spent $990,000 directly on lobbying, just short of the $1 million spent in all of 2025. OpenAI said it has appointed longtime financial executives David Velez and Robin Vince to its nonprofit and for-profit boards. Velez is CEO of Nubank, the largest digital bank in Latin America, and Vince runs financial services company BNY. Shares of Supermicro Computer jumped 15% after the server maker said it now sees higher margins than previously projected for the June quarter, with a surge in new orders. The company said its gross margin and adjusted gross margin should come in between 15 and 17%. That's a step up from the range of 8.2 to 8.4% that management provided in May. Futures have dropped this morning as oil prices rise. That's Your Money Now.
And the tsunami of high tech headed to Texas continues. Fort Worth area, they've landed a huge facility, $700 million chip and AI chip and supercomputer facility, 800 well-paying jobs from NVIDIA setting up shop in Fort Worth. AccuWeather says highs today should be 108. Got a heat alert for the area. Stay hydrated. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes on News Talk 710 KURV.
Experience everything Bird Ogden Cadillac in Edinburgh has to offer. Service, selection, and quality. Indulge yourself in bold design and set the standard with comfort and performance in a new 2026 Cadillac CT5. Lease one now for just $699. That's right, just $699 per month. More style, more innovation, more you. Make your move. Set yourself apart and discover a new standard of luxury ownership. Visit us online at birdogdencadillac.com or come in today to Bird Ogden Cadillac in Edinburgh, where legends are made. Dale gas.
Are you a control freak? Right? I guess most of us have, to a certain degree, that freakish behavior, right? Try to control things. Well, let me tell you something that's going to make you real uncomfortable if you are. Something you have no control over, except for maybe preparing the future to a certain degree. I'm talking about pre-plan and prepay. My mom and dad, they pre-planned and they prepaid what they knew was in the future, in everybody's future. I know some of y'all don't like to think about this. That's why you haven't purchased, for example, the proper amount of life insurance to protect Who are you protecting? Your babies, your immediate family, your loved ones, the ones you say you care so much about. Well, do it. Life insurance. And here's another one. My mom and dad, they pre-planned, they prepaid. What they knew was on the calendar somewhere in the future. So when that time came, it made a world of difference to have everything already decided with a huge... I'm an only son, so I had a bunch of real close tios and tias and everybody with an opinion on what mom wanted or dad wanted. So pre-plan, prepay for the sake of your immediate family. It's a very loving thing to do. I encourage that you call Carla McCaleb. Thank you to Mark and Carla McCaleb for allowing me to message this. Call Carla McCaleb. They will go to you. Somebody from the McCaleb clan will go to you and pre-plan, help you pre-plan, prepay. But put it on the shelf, wait on the Lord. Carla McCaleb is at 956-650-2841.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Texas isn't just a place. It's a feeling. A kind wave from a neighbor, sharing a plate of barbecue, or celebrating a big win on the football field. It's the way we treat each other, on and off the road. So every time you drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
This is your news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710, KURV, and KURV.com.
It's the Pulse of the 956, and this is News Talk 710 KURV. And I have to say, we are very honored that you tune in to the Valley's Morning News. Thank you for being on the radio, the 710 AM radio. Now, join us online at Radio Para Mí. Go get that free app, listen to KURV. Very hot today. Should be up to 108. You stay hydrated and stay safe. News on 710 KURV. A service of Jay Gonzalez, injury attorney. He's ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. 11th straight night of U.S. airstrikes on Iran, targeting various sites, this time reaching deeper into the Islamic Republic. Secretary of State Marco Rubio met China's foreign minister today in the Philippines, saying Iran's in trouble.
They're facing hyperinflation, runaway inflation, high food costs. These are all pre-existing. They've all gotten worse. They've suffered a tremendous amount of damage to their military infrastructure.
Tropical storm Bertha expected to make landfall today.
Gulf of America furious here. It's trekking toward the finger of Louisiana, and that is south of New Orleans, about 75 miles. Venice, Port Sulphur, Grand Isle. Impacts expected to happen later this afternoon there, but already seeing them here this morning on this barrier island.
Fox Weather's Robert Way, about 40 miles south of Mobile, Alabama. America's listening to Fox News.
In the event you're traveling just north of us, areas near the Nueces River are getting flooded. In fact, they're about let's see here. They've got about 300 or so people who are helping out folks in communities that are linked to the Nueces River. The flooding from last week from central Texas, West Texas, is now moving through Nueces River and trying to make it to the coast, which should benefit the Corpus Christi area, some of the water that they hold from the Nueces River. It's 14 minutes to the hour on the Valley's Morning News. Weather is just awful hot and dangerous heat across Texas, and the electricity demand is through the roof.
ERCOT is predicting that today the demand for power will be at an all-time high. Experts say that's only going to increase with more data centers. Professor Josh Rhodes at UT Austin says the regulators are taking connection requests in batches, and as more get approved, they signal to the market the need for more generation.
Whether that's natural gas or whether that's longer duration storage.
Today, demand is at 90,000 megawatts, but there's 122,000 megawatts available. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
And this note from D.C. heads up to employers and all the gang at HR. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission will be voting to end a rule that dates back to the 1960s.
The EEOC is on track to end the rule that requires companies with more than 100 employees to report workplace demographics, including sex, race, and ethnicity. The rule was established by the Civil Rights Act to combat workplace discrimination. The EEOC claims the rule runs against a recent Supreme Court ruling that made it easier for workers from majority groups to sue for discrimination. The EEOC will hold a public hearing on the proposal next month. I'm Rory O'Neill.
And a YouTube star who calls himself Mr. Beast. The dude is married. He's 28 years old, multi-millionaire. He's a big influencer. Mr. Beast is married. He married his longtime girlfriend, fiance, at a private island owned by Richard Branson just a few days back. The morning news on News Talk 710 KURV. We are live at Radio Parami. JP and Jeff welcome you today at Amigo Power Equipment. They've got the Kubota equipment that you need, and they have a financing opportunity and savings opportunity, like financing if you qualify for 0% on the Kubota LX2620 at Amigo Power Equipment. Now, what I'm going to mention here, you can find all the details at KubotaUSA.com. The big financing opportunity, the great financing opportunity, and the big saving available now through September 30th at Amigo Power Equipment, the Kubota equipment to take care of your property, proven reliability, and long-lasting, rugged Kubota compact tractors. Stop by today. Walk the campus with JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh, Monte Cristo. At the moment, you could drive away with a Kubota LX2620 series tractor, 0% financing. If you qualify, you could save up to $5,500 on the LX2620 from Kubota at Amigo Power Equipment now through September 30th. Make what you've been brainstorming a reality at the ranch and at the lease. Get the Kubota equipment that you need and all the necessary attachments at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh, Monte Cristo.
Pain management specialist Dr. Dennis Slavin on joint pain.
Our website is feelingbetteratLast.com because that's what people say as they leave my office. They really are feeling better at last. Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Slavin with some sound advice on achy joints. You need to get your walk in or hit the golf course, or with every step you take, it hurts. Oftentimes I hear from patients, my knees hurt and I can't do what I want. I don't want surgery and I don't get adequate pain relief with pain medication. They feel stuck with their knee pain. There is another option besides surgery or pain meds, sodium hyaluronate treatments. The way it describes this treatment to patients is like it's WD-40 for the knee. The sodium hyaluronate is a natural lubricant that also stimulates your knee joint to produce its own lubricant, and when precisely injected with ultrasound guidance, provides superb pain relief.
With offices in McAllen and Weslaco, Dr. Dennis